Sup YouTube, this is Dragon, and I got another battle for the Battle Spot Showdown series. Now let me tell you about this guy named Sad. Look, his name does not at all represent how happy this battle made me. This battle was full of suspense, and look, I will just show you the battle so you can see for yourself. As soon as I saw his team preview, I knew this was going to be a good fight. So he starts off with his Mega Kangaskhan, and I start off with my Gliscor. And I know for a fact that he is going to either stay in and use Fake Out or switch. Now, I knew from his team preview he was kind of a really experienced player, so I went for the Toxic instead of switching into Ferrothorn and anticipating the Fake Out, because I just had a feeling that he wasn't going to do that. So now, I don't want to stay in because, well, look, this is a Crawdaunt, so why would I stay in? So I switch in to my Ferrothorn, and he predicts me to switch into my Ferrothorn and double switches into his what's the name of his Pokemon again? Fire Deathbird. I mean, look, it's a Fire Deathbird, and he's gonna live up to his name in a very quick second. So he uses Taunt, predicting me to. I honestly don't know. Like, did he really predict me to stay in? I mean, really? So now he uses Swords Dance, and at this point, I'm like, all right, I lost. It's over. I'm just going to call it a day, wrap it up, and it's about all. So I used the Ice Fang because I just thought it was going to be like a Brave Bird regular set, and I would be able to do other things and whatnot. So he uses Swords Dance again, and at this point I'm like, okay, so he doesn't want to just kill my Pokemon. He wants to kill my family, friends, and everyone that I hold dear. So he Brave Birds Azumarill, and Azumarill no longer exists. He's erased from the Pokedex. Nobody knows what Azumarill is anymore because that Pokemon just Brave Birded out of existence. So he Flare Blitzes my Gliscor, and this is a max defense, max health points Gliscor, and my Gliscor, being the beast that he is, actually lives it. And I Toxic it because I know he's taking tons of recoil damage, and I'll be able to capitalize on that if he had just a little bit of health left. So I'd be able to Protect instead of Ice Fang and whatnot. So now I use Protect because I just want to get a little bit of health back, and he uses Knockoff. So I'm like, okay, well, either way, my Gliscor, he can't really do much to his Mega Kangaskhan, and I want to be in a position where I could at the very least have my Ferrothorn out on the field, even though I know that he's going to kill me pretty much inevitably. So now I also wanted to Protect a little bit more so that he could take some more toxic damage, because as you see here, I bring out my Ferrothorn, and I didn't really see this coming, even though, because like Crawdaunts usually have like Dragon Dance, Crunch, Waterfall, and I didn't even see the superpower coming. I mean, I just don't really fight Crawdaunts that much, but if I didn't have Protect, well, I would have been completely obliterated and have lost. So he sends out his Mega Kangaskhan, and now he Mega Evolves, and at this point, I'm like, okay, well, he's not going to use a direct contact move, so what's he going to use? He uses Earthquake, and this is a decently, this is a standard set Ferrothorn, so, I mean, Ferrothorn's natural defenses is pretty beastly. So I use Gyro Ball, and I get a crit. Now, I've done the damage calculations, and if I didn't crit at this point, I would have Leech Seeded on the after the first Gyro Ball. I would have Leech Seeded, and then I would have recovered 22 health each turn, and I would have. Let's see, I would have recovered 22 health each turn, then the second Gyro Ball would have hit him, and then I would have been able to Protect intermittently, and I would have won at the very skin of my teeth. But nonetheless, I would have won that battle unless he critted me, and that was a good game. This next battle is up against a girl named Fabled, and now from this team preview, I was very apprehensive into picking my 3 Pokemon. Now, I really didn't even know where to begin, but hey, when you see the battle, you understand everything that I'm talking about. When I saw her team preview, I saw that Azumarill was able to destroy probably about 5 out of 6 Pokemon on her team, including this Rotom Heat that she sent out. Now, the reason why I switched back is because I'm not sure if this is a defensive Rotom. I don't know what type of set it is. So I do the safe switch and switch over to Blissey. But at the same time, it kind of makes it where I'm forced to take the obvious incoming Volt Switch, because now she has the Switch initiative, and I know that she's going to send out a physical to, or whatever, she's going to send out a counter for whatever Pokemon I have sent out at the moment. So now, being that Conkeldurr is out, I obviously cannot keep my Blissey in. So I switch into my Gliscor, and I take on the incoming Drain Punch. Now I'm debating whether I should protect for the predicted Ice Punch or just immediately switch into my Azumarill. But I switched it to my Azumarill immediately because I don't want her to feel that I'm predicting what she's going to do, because she would have revealed the Ice Punch and probably would predict the switch. So now I know she's predicting me to either use Play Rough or Waterfall or something, and I know that Waterfall hits most of the Pokemon on her team, but unfortunately I'm banded. So now she does the least thing I expected. Like, why would she switch into Gyarados? Like, I don't even understand why she would do this. Like, what if I wasn't banded? Like, it just, I mean, I was just so kind of upset, but, well, I mean, I wasn't really upset, but I was just like, why would you do that? I mean, come on. So now I just stay in because I'm like, that Waterfall did a little bit of damage more than I expected, but I realize that this isn't really going to be a good situation, and I need Azumarill for this team. So I switch it to my Blissey because my Blissey is bold and max health points, max defense. So I know I'll be able to take at least a physical Earthquake and maybe another Waterfall if it comes, and I'll be able to at least get off a Toxic or do something to debilitate the mobility of this Mega Gyarados. So now I Toxic it, and if you're wondering why she used Earthquake, actually that was a very good play, because if I switch back into my Azumarill as a form of a double switch to try to take on the next Waterfall, then it didn't matter in any sense, because the Earthquake would have been able to 3-hit KO my Blissey within that range, and nonetheless this would have happened regardless. So that was a really good play on her part. So now my Blissey unfortunately is dead, and now I have to switch over to Gliscor because I can't immediately switch into my Azumarill, because my Azumarill has to be able to take care of this Pokemon and Conkeldurr and the Rotom at the same time. But I can't, I'm not faster than Conkeldurr. Well, no, it's not that I'm not faster than Conkeldurr, it's that I have to have Aqua Jet as my move of choice, because I'm choice banded, so I have to be able to kill Conkeldurr with an Aqua Jet, and also I have to be able to kill the Rotom Heat with an Aqua Jet. And luckily I got off the Double Protect. That was extremely lucky on my part. I mean, it was ridiculous luck, but I mean, I have no words for how lucky that was. So now I know the incoming Ice Punch is coming, and yes, Gliscor is a freaking beast. I don't even know if this is a Guts boosted Ice Punch or not. I knew that I would have to do something in order to be able to kill this Conkeldurr, having it take some passive damage when I give in the intermitting Earthquake. But look, Gliscor is a freaking beast, and he never ever lets me down. So I'm able to get off an Earthquake right here, and of course the Ice Punch is coming, and heck, even if it used Mach Punch, it really didn't matter, but well, in essence that would have been a waste of a move anyway. So he Ice Punches me, and I am dead. Now at this point I'm like, okay, either Aqua Jet is going to be able to kill him or it's not. And I look at the health and I'm like, yeah, I'm choice banded, this should be able to kill. Now I did a little bit of damage calculation, and that critical hit really didn't matter because it's ×3 because of the huge power, so I would have definitely been able to kill a Conkeldurr. Now this part right here, bam, Thunderbolt, I just needed a little bit more damage and I would have won. And unfortunately I lost, but still it was a really good game, and I really liked the way she battled. I swear that Rotom had like 10 health left, but hey, you know, that's Pokemon life, what can you do? Nonetheless, that concludes this episode of the Battle Spot Showdown, and there will be many more in the future. Well, see ya.